Remember the Cleaver family: Ward, June, Wally, and of course, Theodore the Beaver. On the surface, their world in the late 1950s seemed like the perfect slice of American life. But what if I told you that behind that calm facade of picket fences and loving parents, there was a whole world of unbelievable secrets, heartbreak, and rebellion? What if I told you the actress who played the flawless June Cleaver wore a pearl necklace to hide a physical flaw? Or that one of the young stars quit the show because of an embarrassing secret? This isn't just a list. This is the real story of Leave It to Beaver, a show that shaped a generation, and the hidden truths its stars lived with. This is a journey back in time, and if you're ready to relive some of the best days of your life, hit that subscribe button right now. We're starting with number 20, and trust me, they only get weirder from here. 20. The most expensive episode. On May 6, 1961, American audiences were glued to their screens for an episode called In the Soup. They had no idea it was the most expensive episode in the show's history. The plot seemed so simple. Beaver and his friend gaze at a giant billboard of a bowl of steaming soup. His friend dares him to climb up and see if the soup is real. And of course, Beaver accepts. He climbs into the giant fake soup bowl and gets stuck. The whole town goes into a frenzy. The fire department is called in, and viewers were on the edge of their seats with every shot. To pull off that incredible scene, the crew had to build two massive billboards, one for outdoor wide shots and a giant replica on a soundstage for close-ups. In 1961, that technique meant the cost soared to nearly $50,000. Can you imagine? An average episode budget was $30,000 to $40,000. The boy who played Beaver, Jerry Mathers, said this was the scene everyone asks about whenever they talk about the show. Not just because it was iconic, but because it almost broke the show's bank. After In the Soup, producers had to cut costs by using more minor characters and cheaper sets to make up for the lavish soup billboard. Do you remember watching this episode as a kid? Let me know in the comments below. 19. The real reason Jerry Weil left the show. Jerry Weil played Judy Hensler, Beaver's mischievous yet sharp classmate. She appeared in 31 episodes before she suddenly left the show. For decades, fans wondered why. The truth is much more painful. Decades later, Jerry revealed the real reason. Her body had started changing, and it made her extremely uncomfortable on set. She told Remind magazine that the producers would use ace bandages to cover her developing breasts. She recalled one particularly embarrassing scene, a baseball game where she hit a home run. She had her period for the first time, and the scene required her to spin around while wearing a long skirt. She was terrified a sanitary pad would show. I had grown up and the boys didn't go through this, but for me, it became obvious and impossible to hide, she said. After that stress and embarrassment, Jerry knew she'd had enough. She decided to walk away from the show on her own. She once read that she was fired, but that wasn't true. They didn't fire me, I let them go. That's the real story, she said. It was a decision that closed a painful chapter, but opened up a path to personal growth for her. 18. Hugh Beaumont could never fully enjoy the show. He was the ideal American dad, calm, wise, and always there with the right advice. But behind the serene smile of Ward Cleaver, actor Hugh Beaumont carried a secret wound. In 1959, just as the show was entering its third season, his family was involved in a tragic car accident while traveling to visit him in Hollywood. The car carrying his wife, son, and mother-in-law lost control. His mother-in-law was killed and his son was seriously injured. The tragedy struck just as his career was skyrocketing. While America adored Ward Cleaver for Beaumont, the show was now tied to a painful memory. Colleagues remember he would often show up on set with a gentle expression, but his heart was heavy with loss. He was professional, but detached, as if his spirit never truly escaped the shadow of that accident. It's a tragic irony. He was the symbol of the perfect American family for millions, but for him, each episode was a painful reminder of the price he had to pay, a private pain he was forced to hide behind a calm facade. 17. Larry Mondello vanished due to fear of fame. Remember the chubby, troublemaking friend of Beaver, Larry Mondello? He was a fan favorite, the comic relief. But suddenly, after season 3, he disappeared without explanation. The script offered no reason, and viewers just woke up one day to find the familiar boy was gone. For years, rumors swirled. Some said his parents wanted to keep him away from fame, but the real reason, according to Barbara Billingsley, the actress who played June Cleaver, was more complicated. She said it was Rusty Stevens' mother who was the problem. She was reportedly overly intrusive and difficult on set, frustrating the entire crew. That, combined with his family moving from California to Philadelphia, made his disappearance permanent. One of the funniest, most mischievous characters on 1950s television just vanished. The show quickly introduced a new character, Gilbert Bates, to fill the void. But for true fans, the absence of Larry Mondello was impossible to ignore. Who was your favorite side character from the show? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 16. The actors were close in real life. The sibling bond between Wally and Beaver was so real, it extended far beyond the soundstage. Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow genuinely saw each other as brothers in real life. Jerry wrote in his memoir, "Tony and I have been good friends since we met in 1957. Their chemistry was so authentic that viewers mistook them for actual brothers. Unlike many co-stars who drift apart, their bond only grew stronger. When the show ended, they continued to work together on stage. Mathers even recounted that Dow once gave up a house renovation job just to work with him again. Their friendship was for life, enduring through career challenges and fading fame. Despite their on-screen roles, in real life, Jerry was the older brother, while Tony was the youngest. But on camera, they played their parts so naturally that audiences truly believed Tony Dow was born to be Beaver's protective older brother. 15. The show's stars weren't allowed to watch it. Can you imagine being one of the most famous kids in America, but not being allowed to watch the show you're in? That was the reality for Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow. Tony revealed that producers instructed his parents to forbid him from watching the program. The reason was stern and cold. They were afraid the kids would get a big head. They feared the spotlight would make the boys arrogant, and they would lose the innocence that made their characters so appealing. While millions of viewers were laughing at Beaver's mischief and Wally's maturity, the two boys were completely separated from the cultural phenomenon they helped create. Tony even admitted that many years later, he still hadn't seen all the episodes he appeared in. It's a true paradox. They became idols without ever knowing what those idols looked like on screen. 14. The first toilet on television. In October 1957, the episode Captain Jack quietly achieved a shocking cultural milestone. In the episode, Wally and Beaver decide to raise an alligator. The question was where to hide it. The answer stunned America. They decided to hide it in the water tank of a toilet. For a brief moment, the small screen displayed the lid and tank of a toilet, something American television had considered completely taboo for decades. In the 1950s, even mentioning a toilet was impolite, let alone showing one. The network censors reacted strongly, initially prohibiting any toilet imagery. After tense negotiations, producers were only allowed to show the tank and the flush handle. A partial compromise, but enough to make history. Those few seconds sparked a quiet revolution. 13. Tony Dow was a junior Olympics diving athlete. Before becoming America's favorite older brother, Tony Dow was an accomplished athlete. He was a junior Olympics diving champion. He began training at the age of 5, and by the age of 9, he had even set a record in his age group. With his athletic build and discipline, many coaches were certain he was on his way to the real Olympics. His dream was to one day compete for the U.S. team. But fate had a different script for him. One day, his mother took him to an audition. He wasn't even interested. But thanks to his bright face and natural demeanor, he was cast as Wally Cleaver. From then on, the swimming pool gave way to the soundstage, and his Olympic dreams became a Hollywood reality. Are you surprised by Tony Dow's athletic background? Let me know in the comments. 12. The characters aged with the actors. One of the things that made the show so unique was that the characters were allowed to grow up in real time with the actors. When the series started, Beaver was just a second grader, getting into mischievous adventures. Wally, his older brother, was a teenager, experiencing the awkwardness of puberty. Instead of freezing them at a certain age, the writers made a bold choice. They let them grow on screen. Over 6 seasons, Wally transformed from a high school kid with a girlfriend, preparing for adulthood. Beaver, meanwhile, experienced the first lessons of responsibility and honesty. By the end of the series, Wally had graduated high school, and Beaver was leaving elementary school. This process of growing up with the characters created a rare sense of realism for viewers. 11. Jerry Mathers was not in I Love Lucy. This is one of the most persistent rumors in television history. For decades, fans believed they had found a hidden secret, that Jerry Mathers appeared on an episode of I Love Lucy. In the 1953 episode, Ricky's Old Girlfriend, a small boy with bright, innocent eyes looked so much like Jerry that everyone was convinced. But Jerry Mathers repeatedly denied it. On his official Facebook page, he clarified, "Although the boy in the dream scene may resemble me, I never appeared in any episode of I Love Lucy." The truth was further confirmed by production records, which listed the boys as twins, Joseph and Michael Mayer. Mathers' name was never on the list. So there you have it. The first 10 facts about Leave It to Beaver reveal that even the most perfect family on TV had its own set of shocking and sometimes heartbreaking behind-the-scenes stories. From the most expensive episode in the show's history to the real reason a young star quit, the Cleaver family was a lot more complicated than we thought. 10. Jerry Mathers wore a Boy Scout uniform to his audition. Jerry Mathers got his role in the most innocent and faithful way. He auditioned for Leave It to Beaver wearing a Boy Scout uniform, but he wasn't trying to impress anyone. He had a troop meeting right after the audition and just wanted it to end quickly so he could go. His sincerity and genuine innocence made the casting directors realize that no one else could be Beaver. This wasn't his first time in front of the camera, though. At just 2.5 years old, he was discovered by a store employee. He soon appeared in commercials and films. By the time he started school, he had already been in 7 major and minor films. He was a familiar face to audiences long before he became Beaver Cleaver. 9. June Cleaver wore pearls to conceal flaws. June Cleaver was the perfect American mom. Her hair was always immaculate, her dress was spotless, and she always wore a pearl necklace. But Barbara Billingsley, the actress who played her, didn't wear those pearls just to look fancy. She admitted that her neck had a hollow spot, a small indentation that created an awkward shadow on camera. The pearls were her tool to hide that flaw. But once audiences got used to seeing her with them, the producers made the pearl necklace a mandatory trademark. June had to wear them even while cooking or cleaning. And the pearls weren't the only thing. Barbara was also required to wear high heels every day. The reason? The boys on the show were getting taller, and the TV mom couldn't appear dwarfed by them. The pearls hid flaws, the heels maintained authority. Every small detail was calculated to create the impeccable June Cleaver. 8. No one knew where the Cleaver family lived. For over half a century, a mystery has puzzled even the most devoted fans. Where exactly did the Cleaver family live? All the show ever revealed was the town name, Mayfield. A familiar yet completely vague name. It was an imaginary town that any American viewer could see themselves in. But fans followed every single clue. Wally once mentioned his school band performed in Madison, Wisconsin. The family mentioned going to see the Green Bay Packers. Yet some researchers pointed out that exterior shots were filmed in Skokie, Illinois. The mystery only deepened when some episodes hinted at Ohio. It said the producers deliberately altered street signs to prevent viewers from pinpointing Mayfield's true location. The mystery was never meant to have a definitive answer. 7. Many original cast members returned for a spin-off. In 1983, a family reunion that seemed impossible came to be. Still, the Beaver brought the original cast back to the screen after more than 2 decades. Jerry Mathers was no longer the innocent little boy. He was now a father, guiding a new generation. Barbara Billingsley returned as June, Tony Dow as Wally, and even Ken Osmond as the mischievous Eddie Haskell. Their return brought a wave of nostalgia for millions. But the reunion also carried a shadow of tragedy. Hugh Beaumont, the perfect Ward Cleaver, had passed away just 1 year before the spin-off premiered. The production team dedicated the opening episode to him, a tribute affirming that Ward's spirit still watched over the Cleaver family in every frame. 6. Some lines were cut if considered too funny. Here's a fact you won't believe. There was a strict rule on set that if a line made the entire crew laugh too loudly, it would be cut from the script immediately. The producers didn't want the show to become a loud comedy. Instead, their goal was to create soft, gentle smiles, a subtle humor that felt like the quiet breath of everyday family life. They wanted viewers to smile because they saw themselves in the situation, not because of a joke. 5. Tony Dow was the perfect choice for Wally. Tony Dow embodied the ideal older brother of the 1950s. But few people know he had little acting experience before landing the role of Wally. He only attended an open audition and never expected to be chosen. But his athletic skills and natural confidence impressed the producers. He faced immense pressure to maintain the image of the perfect older brother. Yet, through sheer talent and effort, he succeeded and left a lasting impression on viewers. 4. The real reason the show ended. Despite its steady ratings and loyal audience, Leave It to Beaver had to end in 1963. And the reason wasn't a failure. It was the decision of the boy who played Beaver himself. Jerry Mathers was about to enter junior high school and wanted to focus on his studies. He realized that filming and promotional activities would take up all his time and energy. He made a wise choice to leave the show at the height of its success. The producers considered continuing without him, but they quickly realized the show's soul was Beaver. Without him, it would lose all its charm and vitality. And so, after 6 seasons, an icon of American childhood came to a close. 3. Barbara Billingsley was typecast after the show. Barbara Billingsley, the perfect June Cleaver, struggled to find new roles after the show ended. She was typecast as the ideal mother. But in 1980, she had a major career breakthrough. She was cast in the comedy Airplane. She played a passenger who could speak jive to help 2 other passengers. When she read the script, she thought it was the craziest thing she had ever read, but she took the role. The role revitalized her career and brought her renewed recognition, proving she was more than just June Cleaver. 2. The show had a memorable final episode. The final episode of Leave It to Beaver was titled Family Scrapbook and aired on June 20th, 1963. Unlike most shows at the time, this finale was carefully crafted. June Cleaver discovers a family scrapbook while tidying up, and the family gathers to look through old photos and reminisce. It was a perfect way to celebrate their journey. A special highlight was the explanation for Beaver's nickname. Viewers finally learned that the name came from Wally, who as a child mispronounced his brother's real name, Theodore, as Tweeter, which later became Beaver. It was a perfect ending to an iconic show. Hugh Beaumont directed 23 episodes. He was the face of the show, but he was also its secret mastermind. In addition to playing Ward Cleaver, Hugh Beaumont directed 23 episodes of the series. He was behind many of the most subtle and touching moments, including the final episode, Family Scrapbook. Before the show, he had experience writing scripts and producing short films. He understood Ward's character perfectly and had a rare talent for storytelling. Behind the scenes, he would often step out of his acting role, camera in hand, to adjust shots and show the child actors how to live authentically in their roles. He was more than just an actor. He was a true storyteller who helped shape the series. So, there you have it. Leave It to Beaver, a show that seemed so ordinary on the surface, reveals strange and fascinating truths behind the scenes. From the first toilet on television to the heartbreaking secret of the ideal TV dad, this series is an incredible and true legend. Which of these 20 facts was your favorite? Did you have a personal memory connected to the show? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe to continue exploring the secrets behind classic TV shows.